Hello everyone, my name is Christine Jones and I'm one of the deans at Uplift Triumph. I'm making a quick video today to review some of the feedback, concerns, and shout outs from our POSSIP survey that took place in October. I want to start off by just thanking everyone for the celebrations and the shout outs for our teachers. There were so many shout outs for the pre-K teachers, the K2 teachers, the 3-5 teachers, and the nurse. We greatly appreciate that. We love to hear the positives and we make sure that we tell our teachers so that they can feel celebrated. There was also many shout outs just for the staff as a whole and how happy you are that your scholars are attending our school. So thank you. There were a few comments related to tutoring. Tutoring will take place second semester. We want to make sure that our scholars are receiving all of their foundational skills and we can pinpoint exactly where they need help at for second semester. So be on the lookout for communication for tutoring for January on. As far as communication, there were a few comments asking about communication with teachers. Just to let you know, parents, teachers do have 48 hours to respond to you. So for example, if you wrote them on Class Dojo on Monday at 3 o'clock, they have until Wednesday at 3 o'clock to respond to you. If you really need a more urgent response, if it's something more dire, please make sure call the office, let us know, please do communicate. But as far as just regular communications, teachers have 48 hours. And there were a lot of specific questions asking how's my scholar doing? How's their grades? How is their behavior? If you have specific questions for us, just dojo your homeroom teacher or your classroom teacher, and they should get back to you again within 48 hours. Parent-teacher conferences just happened, so a lot of those academic questions, those behavior questions, I'm sure was addressed during parent-teacher conference. So that is really awesome as well. I know many of our teachers got a chance to meet all of the parents during parent-teacher conference. Knowing what's happening or any big projects that's happening, homework related questions, things like that, make sure you're checking your homeroom teacher's Class Dojo page. A lot of those updates do happen there. And if you have more specific questions, once again, just Class Dojo them. They should get back to you very soon. There were several questions or concerns related to the buses and the vans and quote unquote their ability to skip the line. So we do have community partnerships with many of the daycares and recreation centers in the area. Those buses do carry a lot of the scholars at our campus. To make it a little bit easier, they do have one car line number, and that one car line number captures all those scholars to make it go by a lot faster. So unfortunately, we are going to continue to allow them to enter when they do come so that they can still stay on their route, pick up kids from other schools and areas. But I do want to make a celebration that at this moment, we have been meeting the 30 minutes or less car line time. So our car line is not exceeding after 4 o'clock. We're doing really well. So this system at this time is working. For bullying, there was a couple of questions about bullying and just things that incidents that have happened with individual scholars. We do take bullying very serious. That is a non-negotiable on our campus. So just know that if that is happening to your scholar, or if you perceive that anything like that is happening, communicate with your child's teacher. But what we're doing as a campus, our social counselor has given lessons to almost every classroom on campus. If not, she's already finished with every single classroom. Just lessons on being kind, not bullying, saying nice words, things that we can do instead. So we do take that very seriously. We are taking steps to make sure that bullying is not happening on our campus. But if anything is happening, please communicate with us. There were some comments about behavior concerns and just how you can help as a parent. Just make sure, again, that we're communicating with our teacher. You're working with your teacher to address behavior concerns. There are a few classroom resets that we have done after every break. We make sure that we reiterate our essential agreements and our classroom rules. So just know that those things are on the radar and that any type of behavior issues that we're having, we're addressing as a campus. And then lastly, there were a few conversations about the younger scholars and their sadness to come to school because they just don't want to leave their families. They don't want to be apart from their parents. And you all wanted to know what are we doing on campus to get them excited to come to school? So for the pre-K scholars specifically, there are pre-K retention activities that we do every single month to get them excited. And then there are plenty of times throughout the day where they're allowed to explore and have fun while they're learning within their classrooms outside of like the recess times that they do have. So plenty of opportunities for them to just have a good time while they're also learning. As far as for the whole school, every month there's a classroom store to like reward our scholars for behavior and academics. Every single month there's a community circle where we have celebrations, team building, and we focus on our IB traits of the month. And it's a really like fun celebration. For attendance, to get them excited, we have attendance parties. If you're receiving the 97% and your class is high on attendance, they're having pizza at the end of the day. They're having donuts. That celebration is happening. And we also have an attendance corner. There's just so many things that are happening on campus to get kids excited. And then there was a comment about Autism Awareness Month. Autism Awareness Month is in April, but we will be celebrating it this year for sure. So today is November the 6th. The POSSIP survey just opened. We would love for you to continue to give your feedback, and we will try to do this every month where we address the big questions and concerns to make sure that you feel heard and you know what we're doing. Alrighty, thank you so much. Bye.